faster, Papa, and they're too loud.
Well, maybe you should use a headset.
Like this brand new one?
Thanks for clicking on the video, and here on our Mimic, we are going to do an unboxing and review of the Sony PlayStation Pulse Elite wireless headset. This came out earlier this year in 2024, and I didn't have any intention of buying it immediately as I have the Pulse 3D headset, which is the base wireless headset, and it works fine. I was waiting for it to break down or have a problem with it, and then I would jump into this one, and that is exactly what has happened. So this here is the standard Pulse 3D headset, and it retails about $50 less than this one. Now this one is a lot cheaper now, and it's about a price difference about $25. So I don't think it's that much more expensive compared to this one now. And this offers supposedly better audio quality, and more importantly has a better microphone, which I know some of my viewers have complained that the video I use to make comments on some video games is a little bit ruffled and not clear. So hopefully this will solve the problem. Now the problem I have with this one is you can see that the synthetic leather has broken apart. It is just deteriorating, and I don't wear any hair products. I don't wear these headphones when my hair is wet or gets sweaty or whatnot, and it's just worn down from use, I suppose. So that's a little bit disappointing. Hopefully the synthetic leather used in this kit is thicker and of better quality. Let's compare it to the Xbox wireless headset, which is just as old as that 3D one, and it is still looking fresh and brand new. This standard headset also comes with a retractable microphone here, so that allows for better audio quality when you're chatting to teammates, but the 3D one does not have that. It is just recording your audio from two side microphones on the headset itself. You can see how this black leather is already falling apart here. That is really disappointing, as I mentioned. I'll do more of an in-depth review of this headset compared to the other two in a bit, and then we'll also do a gameplay session using a hero shooter such as Marvel's Rivals and Overwatch to get a sense of the audio quality of this headset, and more importantly, the spatial positioning, as I do need to know if there's a sniper shooting at me and where it's coming from, and I don't want to be lost and confused on the map. The other thing I want to confirm with this headset is this does have Bluetooth enabled, and I want to see if this can actually hook up to something that's not a PlayStation, such as a TV set or even your iPhone. Welcome to the channel where we talk about all manners of nerdy stuff, from toys, board games, comic books, Dungeons and Dragons, Gamebooks, as well as technology on Saturdays and gamer snacks on Sundays. Now, we also do monthly giveaways, and everything you see here is part of our big December Advent Calendar giveaway. I'll put a link down below how you can win this prize. And if you're watching this from the future, I'm sorry you missed out, you could click our main channel page for that current information. And if you like what you see on this video, hopefully consider hitting that like and subscribe. It's free to you and certainly helps us out on the channel. Thanks for watching. Before we get this device unboxed, let's appreciate the cover. And you can see it is a photograph of the headphone itself, and it has this bizarre futuristic appearance which matches the unusual shape of the PlayStation 5 itself. On the sides, it's just a bar of blue, a side profile of the headphone, and a little advert here on the side, and some copyright material on the back. On the back of the box, we can see more details of the headphone itself. The first thing to note is you can see here that the speakers are planar magnetic drivers. So these are flat drivers. Most of the drivers tend to have a little cone shape to it. These do not. Now these are typically found in high-end headphones such as Bose or whatnot. That is in contrast to these two other headsets, the Pulse 3D and the Xbox wireless headset. Both of these have your typical standard cone-shaped drivers, both of which are 40 millimeter. And these are actually the same size as the drivers in the AirPod Max. So all three of those devices I just mentioned have 40 millimeter speaker drivers. and this does not. So this supposedly should give you better audio quality. I don't know if that would translate to better 3D space, as the speaker will be flat rather than cone shaped. So I'm gonna be very curious if this will work well or not for 3D gaming. Between these two original headsets, I have to admit I prefer the bass on the PlayStation more. It seems to be more deeper and more in-depth. This one is more teeny sounding, unfortunately. So we'll see how this one works out. The next bullet point here is this contains PlayStation Link, which is Sony's proprietary technology to connect this headset to various devices. I don't know if this means that there's no dongle for this headset. For this older one, you do need a USB dongle to connect it to your PlayStation. This Xbox One does not. The next bullet point mentions Bluetooth, which the Xbox One has, and I'm being able to connect this to various other devices, such as to a television directly. This, as I mentioned, does not. You need a dongle, and it's just really meant to be used with the PlayStation. So we'll see, once again, if I could connect this to different devices, perhaps even an Xbox. That would be cool. The next bullet point is this does have a longer backlight. This is double the playtime compared to the original PlayStation Pulse 3D. And this does have a retractable microphone. You don't really see it here, but there should be a little boom that can telescope out. And it does have controls on the side. And that's it for the box. Now to get it open. And on the bottom, it looks like there's some pull tabs here that we just need to yank off. And I suppose it will just slip right out the container. Uh-oh. Doesn't look like I got that one all the way across. Might have to use a box cutter. Okay, there we go. And this should just drop out. Okay, so it's another box within that box. And on this one, it looks like we have some instructions. My eyes are immediately drawn to this picture here, which is a dongle. And this will probably enable the 3D audioscape with the headset. The other thing my eyes are drawn to is this Bluetooth symbol. And maybe you are able to connect this device directly to a separate non-PlayStation device, but unfortunately, there is a PlayStation here. So that might be that PlayStation Link that they alluded to. We'll see if we can actually do it without a PlayStation involved. To pop out the headphone, it looks like we just pull on this tab here. And here is our dongle. We'll get that connected to the PlayStation in a bit. But here is the headphone itself. Which looking very futuristic. It looks like there's some styrofoam protection to prevent scuffing, I suppose. Let's get this off. And probably some on the other side, yep. So we'll give this a try, connect it to the PlayStation. I'll get my daughter to try this on as well, see what she thinks about the audio quality. Let's see where the telescoping microphone is. Oh, here it is. Right? So that hopefully will lend to better audio quality when I make some commentary on some gameplay. All right. It is pretty spiffy looking in person. It's not as weird as I thought it would be. And it does have a very light weight to it, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. It does feel pretty sturdy. So the only thing left to do is try this on and connect it to the PlayStation right now. What do you think, Emma? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
It's good.
Okay, she is very busy playing Marvel Rivals right now as Jeff the Land Shark. We'll feature this game more in the future. So the audio quality, I think, is fantastic. Right when I turned it on, just using the PlayStation menu, the sounds were much more crisper than the original Pulse 3D. It also has a great bass to it. There is a bass boost that you could utilize. So it does mix the brilliant, bright sounds of the Xbox headset with the great bass of the original Pulse 3D. The only thing I can say that's wrong with it, actually two things. First of all, the 3D spacing sounds a little bit less distinctive to me. Now, maybe it's just me needing to get more used to the headphone settings, but I've played around with it and it's less distinctive than I would say than the Pulse 3D. That being said, the audio is more crisper, the bass is stronger. I watched a part of a movie clip using this headset. It does sound fantastic. The microphone, we'll find out if you guys approve of it or not when I make some future capture videos. The other thing I'm gonna say about this is the controls are very simplistic in the fact that there's only one button that is used to turn on, to pair, and to turn off the device. So it's the same button and you have to hold it for 4 seconds to turn it off and 8 seconds to pair. That can be a little bit confusing as a single button to do multiple functions, even to switch it between your PlayStation and the Bluetooth TV, for example. It's the same button. So that led to some confusing moments. Maybe I'll just have to get used to it, but I wish they had maybe a different dedicated button for pairing or whatnot, so it wasn't all tied together to the same action of holding down the button. Also, the same button is used to bring up the PlayStation audio menu. You click the button 3 times fast, and if you don't do it fast enough, the menu won't pop up. So once again, I do wish they had the menu separate. Here's a look at the controls themselves. This is the on-off pairing button, the button to connect to your PlayStation menu, as well as to sync the device. It's all done through this singular button. This is the headphone wire jack. Here is a USB-C connector to charge the device and a volume on and off button. The control outside basically has the boom microphone and a mute button, and that's about it. As you can see, I have the Pulse Elite connected directly to the TV through Bluetooth, so that does confirm that you can use this as a singular Bluetooth headset with any device you wish. I should also mention that even though it's not listed here, this device does come with noise canceling technology. In fact, it's far more superior than the Pulse 3D version. So you can definitely play a session and not get bogged down with the noises going around in the household. So in summary, the PlayStation Pulse Elite is a good value given that it is discounted now. The audio quality of this device is far more superior than the original Pulse 3D. However, the 3D aspect is not as distinctive. So if you're really into 3D shooters, you may not want to actually pick this up. It does have that boom microphone, which we will find out in the future if it works well. But I also do like that this is Bluetooth enabled and you can connect this to any other device. So I do like having things that have multifunction as it's more practical. So thanks for watching, everyone. As always, keep on adventuring out there.